गोपिका जीवन स्मरणं गोविंद गोविंद। सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे। वलये सुन्दराकारं सदैव प्रियदर्शनम् अज्ञाननाशकं देवं सद्गुरुं मुरलीधरं, मुरलीमण्डितकरकमलं मुनिजनमोहनं व्यत्यस्तपादं वनमालाधारिणं प्रेमभक्तमण्डल नित्यकीर्तिदं श्रीप्रेमिकवरदम् आश्रयेऽहं गुरुवायूरप्पा शरणम्। By immense grace of our Gurunadar, His Holiness Maharanyam Shri Shri Muralidhara Swamiji, by the Parama Kripa of Madhuri Saki Sameda Premika Varada Thakurji, by the grace of Ponnu Guruvayurappan, we are really blessed to hear Krishna Katha. Today we are going to start with chapter number 15, the slaying of Dhenukasura. Pada Panchadashodhyayah. Shri Shuka Uvacha Tadascha Paugandavayashritau Raje Babhuvatustau Pashupala Sammadau Kascharayantau Sakibhi Samam Padaihi Vrindavanam Punyamativa Chakratuhu Tan Madhavo Venu Mudirayan Vridu Gopai Grinadbihi Swayashobalanvitaha Pashun Puraskritya Pashavyamavisadi Vihartu Kamaha Kusumakaram Vanam. Now Bhagavan has grown up little bit. He's 6 years old. So now he's asking Yashoda Mata, can I also graze the cows now, please? I'm big boy now. I want to graze the cows. So now Bhagavan is allowed to go to graze cows and go to distant parts of the forest. So accompanied by Balramji and all the other children, our Bhagavan is going in the forest in Vrindavana, which is filled with many small forests inside Vrindavana. And so they enter the forest, which is so beautiful. It's filled with sweet buzzing honey bees everywhere. There are beautiful deer. There are birds of various kinds. There is a pleasant breeze blowing always. There are beautiful, big lakes with clear water, full of lotuses. And so the Lord Bhagavan sees this is a good place to play today. And so when he saw the beauty of the forest and he saw all the trees covered with so many fruits and flowers, and as though they are bending down and doing prostration to Bhagavan and Balramji, Bhagavan is so happy and he's telling Balramji, look at it, oh brother, these trees are as though offering worship to you and they are saluting you. They are doing pranams to you with all the heavy branches which are covered with full of flowers and fruits. Shri Bhagavanu Vacha Aho Ami Deva Varamararchidam Padambujam Te Sumanappalarhanam Namantyupadaya Shikabhiratmanah Tamopahatyai Taru Janmayakridam. All these trees are doing pranams to you, and as though they are doing some prayaschitta for their previous karmas which gave them embodiment as trees. So now they are doing pranams to you and trying to seek your blessings. Ete anilastava yasho kila lokatirtam gayanda adi purushanu padam bhajante prayo ami munigana bhavadiya mukya gudam vane pina jahatyana gatmadaivam. Look at these honey bees. They are all singing your beautiful praises, the world sanctifying your glories that purify the world. These honeybees are singing your praises with every sound they produce. See these beautiful honeybees, they must be some munis, some sages from the previous birth who have followed you in this birth. No matter how much you are trying to hide yourself in this Manushya avatara, hiding in some forest in Vrindavana, these munis, these rishis somehow find you and they follow you in this avatara also. Prayo ami munigana bhavadiya mukya gudam vane pina jahatyanagatma daivam. Then look at all these beautiful peacocks which are dancing. Look at these female deer which have such beautiful eyes like the eyes of the gopis. Look at these kokilas producing sweet music. Nrityantyami shikina idya mudaharinyah kurvanti gopya ivate priyamikshanena suktaischa kokila gana grihamaagataya dhanyavanokasa iyanhi satam visargah. This way Bhagavan is praising Balramji and then saying Dhanyeya madhya dharani trinavirudastvade padasprisho drumalata karajabhimrishtaha nadyodrayah khagamrigaha sadayavalokaihi kopyontarena bhujayodapi yatspriha shrihi. Blessed is this region which is full of beautiful grass and shady bushes which are so blessed to hear the footprints of your feet. Blessed are these plants and creepers which are getting the impression of your fingernails. Blessed are these beautiful rivers and birds and animals of this region as they are the recipients of your beautiful glances. This whole region is so blessed. Dhanyeya madhya dharani trinavirudatsvade padasprisho drumalataha karajabhimrishtaha nadyodrayah kagamrigaha sadayavalokaihi kopyontarena bhujayorapi yatspriha shrihi. This way Bhagavan is praising the beauty of the forest and enjoying with all his companions. And at that time, there was an encounter with an asura called Dhenukasura. Let us see how our Narayana Bhattadri describes in Narayaniyam. This is in Dashaka 53. Kadapi Ramena samam vanante vanashriyam viksha chadan sukhena Sridhamanamna swasakhasya vacha modadaga dhenukakananam tvam. As Bhagavan is admiring the beauty of the forest, along with Balramji and all the other friends, they entered the forest called Dhenuka forest. Uttalatali nivahetva duktya balena dudeta balena durbhya mridukkaraschabhya patat purastade phalotkaro dhenukadanavopi. As Bhagavan has told Balramji saw tall palm trees everywhere. He just shook the cluster of palm trees with his strong arms. And as he shook all the trees, all the fruits, some ripe, some unripe, some are so soft, all these fruits fell in heaps and heaps on the ground. And all the children are waiting to eat those very beautiful juicy fruits. At that same time also, the asura, he has assumed a form of a donkey, Dhenuka. This asura called Dhenuka Asura appeared. Samudyado Dhainuga Palaneham Katham Vadam Dhainuga Madhya Kurve. Bhagavan is thinking, I have taken incarnation for the protection of the cows. As though thinking like this, Bhagavan said, how can I kill this asura whose name is Dhenuka? And therefore, Bhagavan, maybe you had Balramji kill this asura. Like this, our Bhattadri is saying, Samudyado Dhainuka Palaneham Katam Vadam Dhainuga Madhya Kurve Itiva Matva Druvamagrajena Suraugayo Dharamaji Ganastvam. Like this, our Balramji very easily killed Dhenukasura. Tadiya Bhrityanapi Jambukatve Nopagadan Agraja Samyutastvam Jambupalaniva Tada Nirastaha Taleshu Kelan Bhagavan Nirastaha. Very effortlessly, our Balramji smashed Dhenukasura and killed him. Then all the devatas are showering flowers. Tavavatarasya phalam murare sanjada madhye disurenutastvam satyam phalam jadamihitihasi balai samam tala phalanyabhuntaha. All the gods are praising that the fruit of your incarnation has come. Literally, fruits have fallen from the trees. And Bhagavan says, yes, lots of fruits have fallen from the trees. But the devas are saying the fruit of your incarnation has indeed come. It seems like this. Bhagavan is laughing and all the children are eating the sweet, delicious fruits. Madhusravasrindi Brihanditani phalani medo bharabrindi bhuktva driptaischa driptai bhavanam phalogam vahad viraga kalu balakaistvam. They ate those luscious fleshy fruits which are full of sweetness and juice, and after eating a lot they also took some fruits home to their parents, and all the gopis are welcoming the children as they enter the houses back. Hado hado dhenukaityuvetya phalanyadadbir madurani lokaihi jayedi jivedi nudo vibhotvam marutpuradishwara pahirogat. Wow, today you have killed Dhenukasura. Victory to my Krishna, victory to Krishna, like this. Jayedi Jivedi. May that beautiful Krishna live long. Jayedi Jivedi Nuda Vibhotvam Marutpuradishwara Pahirogat. Jayedi Jivedi Nudo Vibhotvam Marutpuradishwara Pahirogat. This way, we see the beautiful episode of the slaying of Dhenukasura. Now we come to the 16th chapter in Srimad Bhagavatam. This is the episode of the reformation of Kaliya. Kaliya Nartanam. Sri Shukavacha Vilokya Dushitam Krishna 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 Hina Vibhuhu Tasya Vishuddhiman Vichan Sarpam Tamudavasayade Rajo Vacha Katamantarjale gate Yagarnath Bhagavanahim Savai Bahuyugavasam Yathasit Viprakatyata Brahman Bhagavatastasya Bhumnaha Swachandavartinaha Gopalodara Charitam Kastripyetamridam Jushan. So this waters of the Yamuna had been poisoned by the serpent Kaliya. And so Krishna decided to purify the waters of the Yamuna. Shuka said like this. Then Parikshit is asking, how come this water of Yamuna became poisonous? What was the cause of it? Who was that serpent Kaliya? How did he happen to come to the waters of the Yamuna? Oh sage, can you please narrate all these stories in great detail? I'm never satisfied by hearing more and more Krishna Katha. I'm never satisfied of Krishna Katha. Please narrate more and more. So our Shuka starts to narrate the episode of Kaliya in detail. Tam Chandavega Vishavidyam Avekṣatena Dushtam Nadim cha Kalasamyamanavataраha Krishna Kadamba Madiruhya Tadodi Tungam Aspodya Gadarashanonya Padat Vishode. In the Kalindi, there was a deep cavern where the water was boiling with the poison of Kaliya. All the plants, animals, birds, even birds which pass through that region will fall dead. All the plants also perished. All the animals perished. And so when Bhagavan was told about this, Bhagavan decided to jump into the Kaliya, into the Yamuna river, and punish Kaliya. And so Bhagavan, he wore his veshti tightly, and he encouraged himself by clasping his biceps, and then he quickly like a ball, he climbed up the Kadamba Vriksha nearby, and from the Kadamba Vriksha he jumped into the water of the Yamuna. And when he jumped, so much water of the river was displaced, and it was coming out on all sides, so much water of the Yamuna river. Like this, Bhagavan jumped into the water. When he jumped, Kalia could feel the disturbance, and he was thinking, who dare comes to my territory and disturb me like this? Kalia, full of ferociousness and anger, he also comes out to see who is this stranger who dare come to the water of Yamuna. And so Sarpahridaha Purushasara Nipata Vega Sankshophito Ragavishochvasitamburashihi पर्यक्लुतो विषकषाय विभीषणोर्भिः धावन्दनुशतमनन्दबलस्य किं तदे तस्य ह्रदे विहरदो भुजदण्डगूर्न वार्गोषमङ्गवरवारणविक्रमस्य आश्रुत्य तत्स्वसदनाभिभवं निरीक्ष्य चक्षुश्रवासमसरत्तदमृश्यमाणः तं प्रेक्षणीय सुकुमारघनावदादं श्रीवत्सपीतवसनं स्मितसुन्दरास्यं क्रीडन्दमप्रतिभयं कमलोदराङ्घ्रिं सन्दश्य मर्मसुरुषा भुजया चचाद. How beautiful this Krishna was. Kaliya had darshan of this beautiful Bhagavan. It is so delightful to look at Tam Prekshaniya Sukumara Ghanavadadam Srivatsapita Vasanam Smita Sundarasyam. Even the enemy would love to see the beauty of Bhagavan. This Krishna, who is so beautiful, like a fresh blue rain cloud, who is marked by the Srivatsa mark, who has the yellow Pitambara, whose feet are like fresh lotuses, and whose smiling face, and who is sporting in the water with no fear at all. And looking at him, our Kaliya is, awed by him, but his nature is to attack. So Kaliya, he bit Bhagavan on all sides. Kridandama pratibhayam kamalodarangrim sandasya marma surusha bhujaya chachada. And so he quickly tied up Krishna, Krishna could not be seen. The serpent has wound his coils around Krishna's whole body, and now Krishna is motionless within the coils of the serpent, and all the people watching outside are all overcome by sorrow. What's happened to our Krishna? What happened to Krishna? Is he unconscious? How will he come out of this? And all are stricken with grief and fear and sympathy, and all are crying, we want our Krishna back, we want our Krishna back. And some of the children go and tell the elders that Krishna is tied up by Kaliya and he is not moving. And all the adults also come from their homes and rush to see what's happening and rush to the banks of the Yamuna. Yashoda Mata and Rohini Amma are all watching, and Krishna is not coming out, and all are ready to give up their life. Nobody wants to live when Krishna is not there. So all of them are ready to jump in the water and kill themselves, but Balramji stops them. And then when Bhagavan saw that the people of Gokula are suffering like this and full of sorrow because of him, Bhagavan decided to release himself. For some time he behaved like a human child, and now he suddenly decided, now time is up, let me show them, and give them some joy. And so Bhagavan quickly managed to release himself from the hold of the serpent. So Ittam Swagokulam Ananya Gatim Niriksha Sastri Kumaram Adidukkitam Atmahedoho Atnayam Artyapadavim Anuvartamanaha Sitva Muhurtam Udadishta Duranga Bandade. He quickly released himself from the hold of the serpent and came out. And all the people, when they saw the beautiful face of Bhagavan, they are all relieved. Now, Krishna, he decided to perform a dance. He wants to bring so much joy to all his people. Yesterday we saw in the Brahma Mohana Leela, Bhagavan said, I want to please the cows, want to please the mothers, I want to please Brahmaji. Like this, to give more and more joy to the people. Evam paribramahata ja samunnatam samanamya tat pritushira swadirudadya Tanmurna Ratna Nikara Sparshati Tamra Padambujo Akila Kaladi Guru Nanarta. Akila Kaladi Guru Bhagavan, who is the master of all arts, he decided to dance. The serpent is also attacking and is moving round and round. Bhagavan is also pulling him and making him circle round, and the serpent is getting dizzy. And now the serpent was tired because of the rotating movement. The Lord made the serpent bend his head. He forcibly made Kalia bend his head, and then he got up on top of his head. And then the master of all arts that he is, now he began to dance on the serpent. For Bhagavan, everything is Rasomaya. He makes everything fun. Even though he is punishing the serpent, he is also dancing. So everything is Leela for Bhagavan. It's a play for him. Tam nartumudyam adaveksha tada tadiya gandharva siddha suracharana devavadvaha pritya mridanga panavanaka vadya gita pushpopahara nutibihi sahasopaseduhu. This type of dance nobody has seen, not even the Gandharvas, who are supposed to be experts in the art of singing and dancing and all the arts and like that. So even the Gandharvas are so eager to see this dance where the stage is not flat, and the stage is moving. Usually the place would be fixed and the dancer would be dancing, but here the head of Kalia is moving and then Bhagavan's feet are moving to keep a rhythm. And such a beautiful dance that all the gods also joined in the dance. And then Bhagavan said, whichever hood of Kalia is raised, Bhagavan steps on it and crushes it. So he bows down. Whichever hood is raised, Bhagavan steps on it. When something is raised, he steps on it. Then the next one, which is raised, he steps on it. Like this, Bhagavan enacted a beautiful dance. Yat yachirona namatenga shataika shishnaha tattan mamadda karadanda darongri padaihi chirnayusho brahmada ulbanam asyatosrim nasto vaman paramakashmalamapanaga. And so whichever of his hoods is raised, Bhagavan steps on it. Now Kalia is weakened and is revolving round and round. He is so tired. Our Lord's Sankalpa is to punish all the wicked people. So Bhagavan trampled on his foot. Now the serpent is tired and he is spitting blood through his eyes and his mouth. And when any of the head is becoming erect, Bhagavan again steps on it. Like this, Bhagavan did the dance for a long time, and all the gods are showering flowers from the top. By the vigorous dance of the Lord, Kalia is totally exhausted. He's wounded all over and he's vomiting blood. And now he says, who can this be? Only it can be the Lord who has the strength to punish me like this. It must be the Lord himself. So Kalia became quiet and he started meditating and doing mentally obeisance to the Lord in his mind. Tachitra Tandava Virukna Panada Patro Raktam Mukairuruvaman Ripabhakna Gatra Smitva Charachara Gurum Purusham Puranam Narayanam Tamaranam Manasa Jagama. This must be Lord Narayana thinking like this. Our Kalia does pranams and he is barely surviving. And now the wives of Kalia, the Nagapatnis, they come out of the waters and they come and pray to Bhagavan to please spare their husband. And they sing a beautiful stuti to Bhagavan. The Nagapatnya Uchuhu Tapassu Taptam Kimanena Purvam Nirastamanena Chamanadena Dharmodava Sarva Jananukampaya Tato Bhavam Stushyadi Sarva Jivaha. This Kalia is indeed very fortunate. He must have done very great tapas in his previous birth. He must have done a tapas which was not for himself or for self-recognition, but he must have done some selfless tapas without any pride for the welfare of others. Because only then you are so pleased with somebody and then you bless them. How could Kaliya be so blessed? Because your lotus feet are on his head now, which even goddesses like Shri are waiting to get the imprints of your lotus feet on their head. And this Kaliya is so fortunate to get the imprints of your lotus feet on his head. He must have indeed done some great tapas in the past. Say the Nagapatnis. Tapassu taptam kimanena purvam nirastamanena chamanadena dharmodava sarvajananukampaya yato bhavam stushyadi sarva jivaha. When we do bhakti, when we do sadhana, we have to do it without any expectation. We have to do it sincerely for the sake of others. Then Krishna is easily pleased. So, kasya anubhavosya na deva vitmahe tavangrirenu sparshadikaraha yadvanchaya Shri Lalana Charatapo Vihaya Kaman Suchiram Dritavrata. In order to have the privilege of bearing the dust of your lotus feet, even Shri Devi has been doing tapas for long. So, oh Guruvayurappa, we are not able to understand how much merit this Kaliya has that you danced on his head. Like this, our beautiful Nagapatnis are singing the praise of Bhagavan. How much wisdom they have. It is so amazing. Na Naga Prishtam, na cha Sarva Bhaumam, na Parameshtyam, na Rasadhipatyam, na Yoga Siddhira Punarbhavam va Vanchanti Yat Padaraja Prapannaha. They are saying, may we have always the contact of your lotus feet. We take shelter under your feet. We do not wish for the higher regions of heaven, or we do not wish to be, have great statuses of power. We just wish to have bhakti to you. May we have the bhagyam of doing your seva. Like this, the Nagapatnis are begging to Bhagavan. And so Bhagavan becomes quiet, and then Kaliya also comes and tells Bhagavan, beautiful message of Kaliya. Kaliya uvacha vayam kala sahotpatya tamasa dirghamanyavaha swabhavo dustyajo natha lokanam yat asatgraha. Kaliya is saying, you created us as serpents, and serpents by nature are evil. Their nature is to bite. We are evil doers by our nature. It is our swabhava to be evil. Swabhavo dustyajo natha lokanam yat asadgraha. By birth, it is our nature to be evil. We are given to dark passion of rajoguna. And so what is our one swabhava? It's not easy to overcome our swabhava. It is a lesson for all of us also. The swabhava, we have to slowly get transformed to become more and more peaceful by nature, to develop more and more sattvic qualities. Mostly the swabhava is that where we have so much stubbornness, that is bad. We have to give up our stubbornness and be more and more peaceful and have more and more obedience to Bhagavan. So Kaliya himself is saying, this swabhava is very hard to overcome, as it is a product of Maya. It is a product of our aham bhav. So this swabhava is stopping me from becoming good. So Krishna, please bless me that I don't do this type of evil act anymore. It is my swabhava that made me like this. Tvaya srishtamidam vishwam datar guna visarjanam nana swabhava vidyau jo yoni bijashaya kriti. Vayam cha tatra bhagavan sarpa jatyurumanyavaha katam tyajamastvan mayam dustyaja mohita swayam. How can I get over the maya which you yourself have created And so please bless me that I have bhakti to you. Bhavan hi karanam tatra sarvatnyo jagadishwarah anugraham nigraham va manyase tadvidehinah. You alone can help us. It is in your hands to please save us, Krishna. Like this, our Kali also did stuti to Bhagavan, and Bhagavan, he became pleased and he blessed Kaliya and the Nagapatnis, and he told them, you go to the Ramanaka Dvipam. You left Ramanaka Dvipam and you came to the waters of Yamuna, and because of it, all the birds and animals and plants in the Yamuna were destroyed. Now you go back to your Ramanaka Dvipam. Like this, Bhagavan is commanding Kaliya, and after worshipping and doing pranams to Bhagavan and doing pradakshina to him, Kaliya and all the Nagapatnis, they leave and take permission to go to the Ramanaka island in the sea. And so this way Kaliya left. So Parikshit is asking in the next chapter, why did Kaliya at first leave Ramanaka, and what was the offense that he committed that he was banished from being in Ramanaka? So what was the offense that Kaliya did to displease Garuda? So there is another story connected with it, and so Parikshit is asking Shuka to narrate in detail. So this is the 17th chapter. Raju Vacha Nagalayam Ramanakam Kasma Tatyaja Kaliyah Kritam Kimva Suparnasya Tenaikena Samanjasam. Shri Shuka Vacha Upahadehi Satpajanehi Masi Masi Hayo Balihi Panaspatyo Mahabhaho Naganam Prang Nirupitaha Swam Swam Bhagam Prayachandi Nagaf Parvani Parvani Gopithayatmana Sarve Suparnaya Mahatmane. So our Shuka starts narrating the rest of the story, and so Kaliya Shuka is narrating, in order to be free from the serpent bites, people used to make monthly offering to serpents at the foot of a certain tree. Then on a full moon day, all the serpents who received these offerings, they would offer it all to Garuda and pray for protection from to Garuda. So Garuda was receiving all the offerings like this. But Kaliya, the son of Kadru, he is proud of his strength, and so he tried to tease Garuda, and he took all the offering that was actually left for Garuda, and so he's provoking Garuda. So learning of this, Garuda became angry and he went to kill Kaliya. But Kaliya resisted the attack, and then Garuda, there was a fight between Kaliya and Garuda. Then Kaliya could not, win over Garuda, so he left that place and he came to this place called Ramanaka. And in this place, Ramanaka, our Garuda is not allowed to enter. Why? Because sometime back, Garuda had gone to this place in Ramanaka and eaten a fish. When he was so hungry, he had eaten a fish from the waters in that place. In that place, Saubhari Rishi was doing tapas, and he was able to see the fish and their families. And when he saw one fish was eaten by Garuda and all the other fish are sorrowing on account of losing their chief fish, the Saubhari Rishi saw how much the fish are suffering. And Saubhari Rishi was angry and he cursed Garuda that he should not come to that place anymore and harm any other fish. So he cursed Garuda from and said if he came to that place, he would die. So Garuda was barred from this place in Ramanaka, and therefore from this place, so Kaliya came and came to the Yamuna, and he Garuda will not go there. So like this, our Saubhari Rishi had a hand in this curse of giving stopping Garuda from entering that place in Yamuna. So when Kaliya knew that Garuda could not come here, so he came and started living and made it his in his place. So here Garuda was not coming and Kaliya was poisoning the waters, and this way the story was happening. And so when now Bhagavan said, my footprints are on your head, so now Garuda will not come and harm you. You can go and be in the in Ramanaka. So now Kaliya is sent back to Ramanaka with all his family, and then the Nagapatnis offer beautiful ornaments, precious jewels and ornaments to Bhagavan, and wearing all that, our Krishna comes back to the banks where all the people are waiting. Yashoda Mata, Rohini Amma, Nandagopa, and all the elders are waiting for him, and they all hug him. Krishnam Hradar Vinishkrandam Divyasragandhavasasam Mahamani Ganakirnam Jambunada Parishkridam, wearing silk robes and beautiful necklaces. Bhagavan is coming back. Upalabhyotita sarve labda prana ivasavaha pramoda nivridatmano gopa pritya bire bire. When Bhagavan came back, it is as though the prana has returned back for the Vrajavasis, and so they are so delighted, and they hug Bhagavan and they embrace him, and all of them that night decide to stay back and sleep there itself on the banks, as it was very late to go home. Taratrim tatra Rajendra Chutrivyam Shramakarshitaha Ushurvrajaugaso Gavaha Kalindya Upakulataha. They did not return home that night. They decided to spend the night there. But suddenly, since it was summer season, a huge forest fire broke out. Tada Shuchivanodbhuto Davagni Sarvato Vrajam Suptam Nishita Avritya Pradaktum Upachakrame. A huge forest fire broke out in the night when all are sleeping, and suddenly when the Gopas realized, they all prayed to Krishna, hey Krishna, please save us from this forest fire. Krishna Krishna Mahabhaga, hey Rama Amita Vikrama, Esha Goratamo Bhatnihi, Tavakan Grasate Hinaha. They cried, oh Krishna, oh Balrama, please protect us. And then Bhagavan just drank that fire. Bhagavan, he drank that forest fire as the most powerful Guruvayurappa. He drank the Agni and he saved all the people. Ittam Swajana Vaiklavyam Niriksha Jagadishwaraha Tamagnima Pibattivram Ananto Ananda Shakti Drik. That Bhagavan, who has infinite power, who is the master of the universe, he drank that forest fire and protected all the Rajavasis once again. Then we come to the next episode. This is chapter number 18. This is the episode of the slaying of Pralambasura. Ashtadashodhyayah Shri Shukavacha Ada Krishna Parivrido Nyati Virmudidatmabihi Anugiyamano Nyavishade Rajam Gokula Manditam Raje Vikridato Revam Gopala Chatma Mayaya Grishmo Namartura Bhavanati Prayan Sharirina Sacha Vrindavana Gunaihi Vasanta Ivalakshitaha Yatraste Bhagavan Sakshat Ramena Sahakeshavaha. As Rama and Krishna is like this growing up in Gokula, the summer season has come, and but when Balram and Krishna are there, even the summer season feels like beautiful spring season. So one day Bhagavan went to the forest again. Rama Sagakwapi Dine Kamata Bhagavan Gato Bhavan Vipinam Sunubhirapi Gopana Dhenubhirapi Sambrado Lasadvesha. All the children and Bhagavan and Balramji wearing beautiful dresses, they all went to the forest, and then they all played a new game today. And Bhagavan, there were two teams. So Bhagavan and Balrama are the leaders in two different teams. And like this, they played a game. Whoever is the loser, he has to carry the winner on his shoulder and walk for some distance. That is the rule of that game. तावत्तावकनिधन स्पृहयालुर्गोपमूर्तिरदयालुः दैत्य प्रलम्बनामा प्रलम्बबाहुं भवन्तमापेदे. This Leela is happening in Bandi Rakavan, and a very evil demon, Pralamba, he has come in the disguise of a Gopa, he's come under disguise of another Gopa himself. So Bhagavan, he knew this is not my regular friend. He's actually an Asura. Nothing escapes Bhagavan. So Janannapya Avijananniva Tena Samam Nibaddha Sauhardaha Vata Nikate Patu Pashupavyabadham Dvandva Yuddham Arabdaha. So Bhagavan just cultivated friendship with him just to test him and make him comfortable. Then they arranged the game of wrestling, and so they all started wrestling with each other, and Balram and Krishna are the leaders in their respective teams. And so this Asura is in the team of Krishna. And then Kalpita Vijetrivahane Samare Parayuthakam Swadaidaram Sridhamanamadattaha Parajito Bhaktadasatam Prathayan. Sridhama was in the opposite team. And so Krishna, he actually lost to Sridhama, and he carried Sridhama as though to demonstrate to the world that he say Bhakta Vatsala, Bhaktada Satam Prathayan. Bhagavan is carrying his friend Gopa Sridhama on his shoulder, and he is walking for some distance. That is the rule of the game. Whichever in the wrestling match, whoever loses, they have to carry the victor on their shoulder and walk. So like this, many people were wrestling against each other. Then it was turned for Pralambasura and Balrama to wrestle. And Pralambasura, he had to carry Balram. He lost to Balramji, and he carried Balramji and started going far away. Pralambasura is carrying Balrama. Evam bahushu vibhuman baleshu vahatsu vahyamaneshu Rama vijita pralambo jaharatam durado bhavadbhitya. Pralamba was defeated by Balrama, and so he carried Balrama, but he went far away, and Balramji is terrified. And then Pralamba got his real form, and Balramji was afraid that this Asura is going to kill him, and he's already taken him far away. But since this Asura is so tall, Balramji is able to see Krishna from a distance. From the far away, he could see Krishna, and then when he saw Bhagavan's eyes and his beautiful glances, he got energy and strength. So he crushed Pralambasura, and Balramji killed Pralambasura. This is beautifully described by Bhattadri. Tadduram gamayandam tam drishtva halini vihida garima bhare daitya swarupamagan yadroba sahi balopi Chakito bhur ucchataya daityatanoho tvanmukhamalokya durato ramah igada bhayodrida mushtya vrishadushtam saparipishtavanenam. And Balramji saw you from a distance, that glances of you gave him energy, and so he got rid of his fear, and he killed Pralambasura with a firm fist. He crushed him to pulp. And so when Lambasura was killed like this, all the gods are happy and all the gods are showering flowers. Atvadanava viram praptam balam alilingita premna tavan miladuryuvayoho shirasi krida pushpa vrishti ramaraganaihi. Then Balramji comes back to Bhagavan and the friends, and Bhagavan is hugging Balramji, and all the gods are showering flowers on both of them. This way, beautifully, our Bhagavan and Balramji killed Pralambasura. In the next chapter, we see the rescue from the forest fire. क्रीडा सत्येषु गोपेषु तद्गावो दूरचारिणीः स्वैरं चरन्त्यो विविशुः तृणलोभेन गह्वरम् अजागावो महिष्यश्च निर्विशन्त्यो वनाद्वनम् इषीकाटवीं निर्विविशुः क्रन्दन्त्यो दावतर्षिताः. While the gopas are playing like this, the cows wandered far away and they went into a new forest which was inaccessible and it was very deep, and so somehow the cows wandered far away and they reached another place called Ishikatavi. It is a forest of tall munja grass, and it was always subjected to the heat of forest fire. And so all the cows somehow wandered far away from Rama and Krishna. And then when Rama and Krishna noticed that the cows have gone far away, they searched for them everywhere. Te apashantya pashun gopaha Krishna Ramadayastada jatanutapana viduhu vichinvanto gavam gatim. And so Bhagavan and Balramji are looking for the cows, but they have gone far away and they couldn't stop. And so they all went looking and they nearly came near the cows and they are about to rescue the cows. At that very time, a big forest fire emerges. So when Tatasamandat Vanadhumaketuhu Yadrichaya Chayakrit Vanaukasam Samirita Saratinol Banol Mukair Vilelihanaha Sirajangaman Mahan Tatasamandat Vanadhumaketuhu Yadrichaya Chayakrit Vanaukasam Samirita Saratinol Banol Mukair Vilelihanaha Sirajangaman Mahan. So there broke a terrific forest fire, the most dangerous, and all the forest tribe are always afraid of forest fire, and it was advancing so fast and the wind is blowing and the fire is spreading so fast. Now the cows are all terrified. The cows and the gopas are terrified to see this fire and they all take refuge in Bhagavan. Krishna Krishna Mahavira, He Rama Amita Vikrama, Davakina Dahyamanan, Prapannan Statumarhataha. Oh Krishna, protect us from this forest fire. Like this, Bhagavan, all the people are praying to Bhagavan, and then Bhagavan, he said immediately, all of you close your eyes. And when they all closed their eyes, magically they found themselves back in the Bhandirvan where they were before. This forest, which was full of munja grass, and this forest fire, nothing was to be seen anymore. They were astonished to find themselves back in the Bhandirvan where they all started. And then they said, aha, it must be the grace of Bhagavan only. Like this, our Bhagavan saved them once again from the forest fire. This is again beautifully described in the Narayaniam in the 58th canto. Sakala hariti deepte ghora bhangara bhime shigini ihada marga ardha dagda ivarta ahaha bhuvana bandho pahi pahi iti sarve sharanam upagatastvam tapahartaramegam. All of them prayed to Bhagavan and say, protect us, Krishna, protect us. And Bhagavan says, do not be afraid, do not be afraid. Alamalamati bhitya sarvado milayadvam. All of you close your eyes. Drishamadi tava vacha militakshesu teshu. All of them closed their eyes, and then when they opened, Kwanu Davadahano, so where is the fire? There's no more fire now. Kutra Munchata Visa, where is the Muncha forest? It's not there now. Sabadi Vavridirete, Andabhandira Deshe, they all found themselves back in the Bandira Kavana where they had started. So suddenly Bhagavan again rescues them from the forest fire. How many times? Again and again, Bhagavan has saved the Rajavasis like this. So our Bhattadri says, Jaya Jaya Tava Maya, Keyami Seti Tesham, Nudibiruditaha so, Baddhanana Vilasaha, Punarapi Vipinande, Pracharaha Padaladi, Prasava Nikaramatra Grahya Garmanubhave. This Maya is indeed wonderful. Guruvayurappa, like this, suddenly you have saved us again once more like this. All the people are coming and hugging Bhagavan, and the cows are all standing near him and lowing softly, and all of them were again saved by Bhagavan. This way we saw another beautiful Leela of Bhagavan. And then in Bhagavatam we see the description of the various seasons called Ritu Varnanam, how Bhagavan spends his time in the various seasons. What does he do in the summer season? What does he do in the spring season? How does Bhagavan spend his time in caves in the rainy season? All that is described in the next chapter called description of the seasons, Ritu Varnanam. And so here it's the chapter number 20. Tayosta Dadbudam Karma Davaktirmokshamatmanah Gopastribhya Samachakyuh Pralamba Vadame च Gopavriddhascha Gopyascha Tadupakanya Vismitaha Menire Deva Pravadau Krishna Ramau Rajam Gadau Tata Pravartata Pravride Sarva Sattva Samudbhava Vidyodamana Paridhihi Vispojita Nabhastala. So in the rainy season also, Bhagavan is going to the forest, but he will be hiding in and going inside the caves and then playing the flute and everything. So like this in Narayanyam, beautifully the seasons are also described. Tvai viharana lole balajalaihi pralamba pramadana savilambe denava swairacharaha trinakuduga nivishtaha dura duram charantyah kimapi vibhinamaishi kakyamesham babuvu. That is chapter number 58 in Narayanyam. And here in the later part of that Dashaka, Bhattadri describes the seasons. Tvai vimukamivochai stapabharam vahandam tava bhajanavadandaha pankamochoshayandam tava bhujavadudanchad bhuri teja pravaham tapasamayamanaishi ryamuneshu sthaleshu. The intense heat of summer is like the Rajoguna in the mind of the people, and that intense heat, how can we protect ourselves? By doing more and more bhakti. So the when we do bhakti, the summer season becomes like a spring season for us. And so Bhagavan spends the summer season in the banks of the Yamuna. Then Tadanu Jalada Jalaihi Tvatva Pustulya Bhabihi Vikasat Amala Vidyut Pitavaso Vilasaihi Sakala Bhuvana Bhajam Arshadam Varshavelam Chididara Kuhareshu Swaidavasi Vyaneshi. In the rainy season, there is so much rain and the lightning and the clouds are thundering. And here Bhagavan went into the caves, went into the beautiful caves in the Govardhana Parvatam and spent the time there. Kuharatala nivishtam tvam garishtam girindraha shikikula navakeka kakubi stotrakari spuda kudaja kadamba stoma pushpanjalim cha pravida dadhanubeje deva govardhano sau. The Govardhana Parvata is a Bhagavata. It is doing so much seva to Bhagavan. It is giving beautiful Kanda Mula Phala. It is giving all kinds of roots and fruits and flowers to Bhagavan and helping in his various sports. And it's always singing as though the praises of Bhagavan in the form of the singing of the peacocks and the kokilas. They are all in the mountain Govardhana, and this mountain is offering heaps of flowers to Bhagavan, because there are big trees on these mountains which are so heavy, and their branches are bowing down and offering flowers to Bhagavan. This way, in the rainy season, Bhagavan spends in the Govardhana mountain. Then in the Sharat Kala came Ada Sharadamupedam Tam Bhavad Bhakta Cheto Vivala Salila Pura Manayan Kananeshu Trinamamalavanande Charu Sancharayangaha Pavana Purapade Tvam Dehi Me Deha Saukhyam. In the spring season, the rivers and streams are full of pure water, like the pure mind of your devotees. Bhagavan says, Ada Sharadamupeta Tam Bhavad Bhakta Cheto Vimala Salila Pura Manayan Kananeshu. Like the pure heart of the devotees in the spring season, the water of the streams are really pure and clear water. And so Bhagavan spent the spring season in the forest and happily grazing the cattle in the beautiful forest. This is a beautiful chapter describing Bhagavan's pastime in the different seasons. Puragrameshvagrayanaihi Aindriyescha Mahotsavaihi Vabauhu Pakvasasyaadhya Kalabhyam Nitaram Harehe Vaning Muni Nripasnada Nirgamyarthan Prapedire Harsharudda Yada Siddhaha Swapindan Kalagate. And the rains are over. All the merchants, sannyasis, kings and brahmacharis, they all resume their duties, which the rainy season are obstructed, and then life goes back to normal, just as the all the rainy season. Now all the work has begun after the rainy season is over. Now again it is spring season. Like this, in the Sharat Kalam, our Bhagavan starts to play the flute, and that is the next episode coming in chapter number 21. Gopika Jivana Smaranam Govinda Govinda Sadgurunath Maharaj Ki Jai. Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare.